So, good morning, traders, and welcome to today's live market profile and order flow trade analysis or live market analysis video by Tradeducation. This is episode 115, and before I go through today's analysis, I would just like to share a quick disclaimer that trading involves substantial risk and is not suitable for all investors. Also, the information which I'm sharing is for educational purposes only and cannot be used for any trade related activity. Okay. So with that, let's quickly look at the what happened in the auction yesterday and what can be the potential auction development paths for today. Okay, and what will be my trade plan. Okay, so let me quickly share my screen. And first of all, from the daily chart perspective, what I'm seeing is that we are now trading in a sort of a balance. Okay, so this is the balance. And yesterday's auction specifically was more of balance, which was just hovering around the day before yesterday's low. Okay, so in this case, what we have is we have stops which are built around the lows. We also have stops which are built around the highs. Okay, so today being an expiry, and yesterday we had a balanced auction development. So today we might expect some sort of fireworks or some sort of stop hunting activity either to the top of the balance or to the lower edge of the balance. Okay. Plus we have this prominent gap or an anomaly which has not yet been filled. So the close was yesterday's 10,018 and this is 9,600. So about 500 points move. I don't think it would be possible for today, but these are markets. You cannot predict. Anything can happen. A 500-point move can also happen in one day. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing from the daily chart analysis. Now, from the dynamic volume profile perspective, let me add this data points. So what we have here is, we have the auction which is trading. Yesterday's auction was entire day, the auction was just trading around the VPOC level. Okay, it neither touched the value area low or it neither touched the value area high. Okay, so what is happening is stops are getting built around this levels. So around this LVN and around the value area. So what currently I'm expecting is if the auction opens within the yesterday's range. So let's say if the auction opens, so let me delete this. So if the auction opens around the VPOC level, okay, this is where the auction is opened, and we need to see the tempo of the first 30 minutes or first 15 minutes, whether the tempo is huge or the tempo is fast on the upper side. If it is on the upper side, the auction will tag the LVN, okay, and this is where a good opportunity will arise to take a short position. Okay. Second thing, so this is the first auction path which I'm seeing. The second auction path which I'm seeing is the auction opens around the VPOC level, and quickly VPOC level acts as the level of resistance, and then it tags the value area low. Okay, so this is the second auction path, and we also have a LVN and one more LVN which is situated here. Okay, so let's see what happens today, and let me now jump to the market profile chart. So some of the reference which I'll be marking is the yesterday's high, yesterday's low. We also have a prominent point of control. Okay. I'll be also marking the day before yesterday's low, that is 9th of June. Okay. So today what I'm expecting is this is where the auction has closed. So if the auction opens around the yesterday's close, odds increases that it will first tag the high. Okay, it will tag the high and maybe around this level. So 10,000 to 10 levels is where we might see a sort of reversal, and the auction will try to again reach low. Okay, so this is the auction path number one which I'm seeing to develop. Auction path number two which I'm seeing develop is it hunts the stops, and then it tags the PPOC level, and then again it tries to go high. Okay, so this is the second auction path which I'm seeing can happen or can develop. The third auction path which I am seeing is the auction opens around here, it tags the PPOC level, then the PPOC level acts as the level of resistance, and then it tags the stops which are built around this level. Okay, so this is the third option path which I'm getting prepared for that can happen. Okay, so based on that I'll be taking the trades. So the time is 9:05. We still have 10 minutes to go. So let me hide this and let me now jump to the. So let me see if there is an HVN. So there is an HVN here. It's 10 to 50. This is 10 143. So 100 points. And then we have HVN around. This is too far. Okay. So let's see which HVN it tags. So now moving to the second instrument which I trade, which I started monitoring is the HDFC Bank. And here in HDFC Bank, if you see, we have poor lows and we also have a balanced profile. And we also have a gap. So this is the gap, which is there. Okay, so I think my charting tools are not working well. So this is the gap which I was talking of. And if I add the data points of the volume profile, so what we are seeing is, the auction is just developing sideways. No, nothing much is happening. And from here till here, so this is a 17-point move. So it can happen. So it can tag because there are stops which are built around 968 levels. There are stops which are built around 979 levels. So what can happen is the stops will be hit, the gap can be filled, and then maybe a sort of reversal can happen. So if you see yesterday, the entire auction was developing around the value area lows. Okay. So plus, if you are able to draw a trend line, so if you connect this point, so let me just do it. Line. So let me do it from this. So if you see, if you draw a trend line, the auction is just like a trend line. So this is trend line number 1, and this is trend line number 2. Okay. So you just have to wait for this level to break, that is 983. If it breaks below, odds increases that the gap might be filled, and if it breaks above, then the odd increases that it will touch the stops which are built around the highs, and then it will tag the VPOC and the value area high, because multiple stops are built around this level. Okay, so let me keep this for a moment, and let me now jump to the market profile chart. So some of the references which I'll be carrying forward is the yesterday's high, yesterday's low, or the stack low. So if you see poor lows, and we also have a point of control reference at this level and this low. Okay, so this is the low of the 2nd of June, and we also have a gap. So a lot of multiple references are there. So what I'm expecting is if the auction opens maybe slightly around the yesterday's close, and if it goes up, then the odd increases to first tag the highs. Okay, and then at this level is where I'm seeing sort of rejection. Okay, so this is that level. This is the point of control of the 9th of June. Yes, 9th of June. Okay, so this is where sellers will step in, and then the auction will try to shift down, and then we need to see, we also have a prominent point of control reference level here. So we need to see how good the auction is, the tempo is. Based on that, we will need to take the direction of the trade. Okay, so the time is 9:09. So let me now add the so just let me see if there is an HVN present. So we have an HVN present around 1060 and then 939. So multiple HVNs are there. So okay, so let me now drag the, let's look at the current pre-open market. Let me refresh. So 22 points down is where the auction is going to open. Let me look at HDFC Bank, and HDFC Bank is 6 points, so 985. Okay, so 985 and 22 points down. So let me close this. So this is for Nifty. So 20 points down. So 30 minus 20. Okay, so 11117 or somewhere. So somewhere around the point of control level is where the auction is going to open. So now let me delete all this, and this is where I'm seeing the auction to open around the point of control reference level. Okay, and now what I'm seeing is whether the auction reaches higher, whether it tags the high or whether it tags the low. Okay, and if you see the last period, this particular period, a strong buying came in. Okay, so if the auction goes below, then the tempo will be huge, and these two levels should be tagged. Okay, and let me hide this, and HDFC Bank was around 986. Okay, so below the point of control. So then the odd increases to tag the lows. Okay, so let me delete all this. So this is the point of control level, reference level. We have the structured low, and we also have poor lows. So now let me quickly jump and log into my trading terminal. And okay, so I got a comment from Sebin that I think bullish bias. So Sebin, first thing to notice is bullish. So see, biasness is there. I completely agree with you, but it can see these are markets. Even though biasness is bullish, anything can happen, anything can change. So we have to be ready, and we have to be prepared for what can happen. Okay, what can happen is, so if you see the open for today is way around the peacock level. So if the auction if the auction goes above the yesterday's high, that indicates that okay, the buyers are in control, and then you can look for higher odds to tag these two reference levels. So these are the structured highs. But what can happen is, sellers will be coming in, and if they tag the low, higher the odds that we might be seeing the stops which are built around this three reference levels. Okay, so biasness is there. I completely agree with you, but so looking at the current situation, Corona is the bigger catalyst, and see, there is no vaccine or nothing has yet been found, and still market is going bullish. So even though the market the biasness is bullish, I'll try to stay away, and I to trade as per the data points, or what market profile is telling me. Okay, so biasness is one side, but apart from that, you also need to have your own trade plan, because many times what you are biased about, market always does the opposite. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share, and thanks for your comment. And guys, if you have any other comment, please do chip in. Please don't hesitate. Please feel free to add your comments. Okay. And also one thing is 10,200 levels is is still. So this is the call which I've added in my I would say the watch list. So I'll just share my watch list. So I have 10,200 calls and the futures of Nifty and HDFC Bank. Okay. So the time is 9:14, and the auction will open in next 30 seconds. So let me just grab some water, and let's see what happens, how the auction develops. Okay, so this has opened below epoch level. So let me delete this. Now odd increases to tag the lows. Okay, let me also look at HDFC Bank, and see it has clearly tagged the poor lows. Now it needs to tag this particular reference level, and it has already tagged one HVN level. Let me jump back to Nifty. Okay, I'm also looking at ICICI Bank, so just adding it to my watch list. Okay, so I've added it to my watch list. So for the moment, there is no trade location, both in HDFC Bank and in Nifty. So 1,000 contracts in HDFC Bank and 4,000 contracts in 5,000 contracts in Nifty. Okay. So I'm expecting the low to be tagged. Overall confidence is low. Sellers are currently winning the auction. It needs to tag the lows, the stops which are built at these two levels in Nifty. You look at the order flow chart, and good selling is there. Good momentum sellers are present. 7,000 contracts. It's good. Good. What is the delta is negative. Okay. So it needs to tag the low. Let me go back to HDFC. So here if you see the breakout has happened. So this was the trend line breakout which I shared, and odd increases to tag the lows. Okay, so the auction should not come within the yesterday's range. If it comes, that it means that buying is strong, and then the odds increases to tag the peacock and the stops which are built around the high in HDFC Bank. So good momentum selling is there, very less buyers are there. Delta is also negative. Here the VPOC rejection is there in Nifty. Okay. So I'm just patiently waiting to see if there is a trade location. If not, I'll be just staying away. Look at the VSA chart, and this was the level of support. The yesterday's low. Uh, there are 200 contracts. It's good. Odd increases to tag the low again. HDFC Bank again is going lower. Okay, so it is below VWAP. Still thinks it will go lower. So there will be some sort of pullback action coming in. Let's look at Nifty. Nifty still there is a rejection at the VWAP. So who needs to tag the lows? So I want to short HDFC Bank, but I'm just keeping my fingers away. Okay, so HDFC Bank is again within the yesterday's range. So good, I did not short it. So if you see, the classic fight is going between buyers and sellers. So whoever went short, they are now booking out their positions. And whoever went long yesterday, that's why we saw this small lower opening, and then it is traced, it is going down. Okay, so Nifty again, so no good trade location for the moment. So I'll just wait for this candle to close. If it closes below VWAP, then I'll be taking a short opportunity. If not, I'll be staying away. So just waiting eagerly. Let the market show you any direction. The time is 9:23 and we are just hovering around the VWAP levels. Okay, so no, I'm not thinking to do anything. So if you see, the auction is above POC. If it stays above this level, or the increases to tag the high and the peacock level. Okay, let me jump to HDFC Bank. It is again trading around the yesterday's low. So sort of rejection is seen here. So the previous day low, is it below VWAP? So it closed above VWAP, so no. If we look at Nifty, it also closed above VWAP. So increases to tag the high. Okay, again, sellers are stepping in. So a difficult day. So just wait patiently. And if I'm able to find a trade, I'll take a trade. If not, it's better to stay away. Again, it's below the lows. Yesterday's low. So this is HDFC Bank. I'm seeing an opportunity getting generated here. So I'm just waiting because the auction was rejected from the yesterday's low. Okay, so I have taken a short position in HDFC Bank in loss. My 976 is the price. Let me look at the order flow chart. A good struggle is going on. The time is 9:29 and it looks like this will close below VWAP. Or at the VWAP. Five more seconds and let's see what happens. So the next candle is started. It's closed below VWAP. Just look at the Nifty's chart. Nifty is also okay. So now I'm thinking to book the loss and exit the trade. Okay, so I booked my loss, so about 300 rupees loss. And now let me see, because now I'm thinking that it will go up, it will go higher. So let me move this window. Nifty is again still trading around the VWAP levels and it's going up. Okay, same is HDFC Bank. Okay, good move, good up move. So basically it is hunting the stops which were built around the high, and now what increases to tag the high. Order flow for HDFC Bank, it is not yet take the high, but in Nifty this tag the first 5-minute high. So now it is tagged the high, so odd increases to tag the prominent point of control. Okay, so I'm just waiting patiently. So today my trade plan was to go short, but I took a loss. The loss is of 300 points, or 300 rupees. Okay, so let's see if I'm able to find a trading opportunity. I'll do it, or else I won't be trading anymore. Okay. So with that, I'd like to end the today's session and would request you to please do like, subscribe, and press the bell icon so that you get notified for the upcoming videos. Okay, and feel free to check the description box below and the small account challenge, and also get yourself market trained or market profile. And if you have any comments, feel free to share it in the comment boxes below. Okay, so thank you again, and with that, I'm just signing off. Yeah, take care. Bye for now.